It's a Tuesday. It's the 10th day of September 2024. Well, we call this persistence weather pattern, where the forecast for the day ahead is basically the same as the days before. As when you get in a pattern that doesn't change much, you're not going to have much day-to-day change. And that's where we're going to be today and for most of tomorrow. So that's going to bring isolated afternoon and evening thunderstorms. The thunderstorms over the last couple of days have produced a lot of wind, not a lot of rain, and a lot of lightning. That's caused some problem with grass fires. That'll be a concern today and into tomorrow. But the Pacific Northwest, parts of the Northern Rockies, will see a trough come in, bringing some needed precipitation. So Montana and Idaho in particular, you're going to get some rain and hopefully in the fire areas with this first trough. But it's going to mainly be something that's going to affect west of the divide the most. Now, east of the divide, it does cool off during the second half of the week. There'll be a few showers coming on through, but it's the northern and western areas that with not only the first system, but also the second system that comes next week will affect basically the same areas. Also, for the rest of this week and next week, I am not going to be doing the podcast. Mark Hewer and Don Watson will be filling in for me. I am going to be headed overseas to help out 3 U.S. gas balloon teams taking part in the Gordon Bennett gas balloon race out of Munster, Germany. This is the oldest aviation event. Goes back to the early 1900s. It has quite the history. It's really cool. It's fun to track. So we may see a launch either this upcoming Friday or this upcoming Saturday. It's fun to track the balloons across Europe. The weather's going to be very challenging. The Alps are going to see a very early fall snowstorm up in the higher Alps, and balloons got to get steered around all that bad weather, and that's while I'll be there. So I'll be off for a little bit. I will be back after September 20. Great photos coming in from recent weather this past weekend. The smoky haze causing another beautiful sunset there. And then yesterday, late season cloud buildup producing these showers and thunderstorms. You can see the thunderstorms and the clouds building up very nicely. But if you look closely, the rain shafts aren't very impressive because the air is drier. So you get strong gusty winds. You get enough rain to settle the dust, if even that. And that is a situation that you tend to see this time of year. There's still moisture, but the ground level moisture just above the ground is less, and you get these strong gusty winds. Here's a great shot out of Utah. A lot going on here. Big thunderstorm cloud and what looks like possibly outflow winds from the thunderstorm going up the Wasatch here, causing a lenticular-shaped altocumulus cloud here. Pretty neat picture with a lot going on cloud-wise. But unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, this is from near Thermopolis yesterday afternoon. Some strong gusty winds and lightning going through the Thermopolis area with these weak thunderstorms. And a lot of times these thunderstorms, they're really no good because they don't produce much rain. They cause strong gusty winds, and they can start, fires from the lightning strikes. And that's something we'll have to kind of get through here today and into Wednesday as well. The satellite imagery this morning, not a lot going on, but we do have a little bit of low pressure up here in the Northern Rockies. This is now Francine. Francine along the Texas and Louisiana coast will be heading up through there. Finally, some tropical activity. But you can also see there's a lot of, nothing going on in the western United States. However, here's the next trough coming on in, the next stronger one. This is going to settle in like this, kind of slowly move north like this by the end of the week and the weekend, as high pressure will be building in the nation's midsection, kind of causing a little bit of a logjam. We mentioned these afternoon and evening thunderstorms. This is where they're going to be today. So again, along the Wasatch, there's going to be some activity in western and southwestern Wyoming, along the Wasatch Front of Utah, the mountains of Colorado. A few thunderstorms might get out into the plains. Wednesday, the thunderstorm activity gets a little bit more robust. There's going to be a better chance, and these will be better at producing rain as well. The thunderstorms here pick up because that low is going to be coming in and causing some lift in the atmosphere, getting those showers and thunderstorms a little bit more active. This is by Thursday. That trough settles into Idaho, western Montana, and northwest Wyoming, and just kind of sits there. The jet stream getting a bit more wavy now. Francine will come up, weaken, and dump a lot of rain into Arkansas, Louisiana, and parts of Missouri, and parts of the southern Corn Belt as that tropical system moves in. So this is going to bring relief right here to areas that need it. First of all, really going to cool off. These are the temperature anomalies by Thursday. So from the Sawtooth to the Snake River Valley to Yellowstone Park up into the Glacier National Park area, you can see the push of cool air gets up to the western side of the divide, and that's going to lead to some precipitation. Now, this is the forecast for the U.S. and southern Canada through Sunday. So you can see the heavy rains from Francine right there. You can see that there's going to be significant moisture right here. As we mentioned yesterday, hopefully affecting that, getting on top of those Idaho fires right there. I think there's a real chance of it. Then scattered showers and thunderstorms out east of the divide, but nothing to write home about. Subtropical moisture suppressed pretty far down south into southern Mexico. Focusing in a little bit closer into the interior west, you can see that central and western Montana that can really use it, especially here, they can really, really use it. They're going to get it. Going to get some rain and, as you'll see in a moment, some mountain snow. So this is the first system that comes on in, and there's the opportunities for snow between now and Sunday. So these are snow levels that are pretty high, but nonetheless, a hint of the changing seasons to come. Now, by the weekend, that low heads up into Canada. So it's not going to track south and east. It's going to get up north, and here comes the next one helping to reload. There's another trough coming in like this. Now, these troughs are mainly affecting the northern areas because that's the way the pattern works as you get the seasons to evolve. The storm tracks start to gradually, late September into October, will get pushed further south. But right now, it'll favor the northern areas. But those northern areas need the precipitation, so they've got an opportunity. And this is by next Wednesday. So another trough swings in. Might get a little bit further south into California, but basically it's the same pattern repeating itself. And this is going to be about a week away towards the middle of next week. And that's the second wave. And again, it hits the same areas. Western Montana, Idaho, parts of the Pacific Northwest, maybe even parts of California. The Northern Great Basin gets into the act. But east of the divide, it's just routine. It's just really nice September weather. Yeah, occasionally you might get a shower or two, but you're going to look at pretty much a benign weather pattern, which is pretty typical as we go towards this time of September. Late September and into early October, you're going to start seeing the fronts get a little bit stronger. Over the next week, the bias for the warmth will be east of the Rockies into the northern plains. The coolness because of Francine here. And you can see there's some cooler air, coolness overall in the Pacific Northwest because of those low pressure systems. Have yourself a great Tuesday. We'll see you when I get back.